Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a little journey of sorts, an inward journey, if you will. Something I've heard a while ago is that the content that you post should be the conversations that you want to have. And one of my favorite conversations to have is about self-love. Now, I have not always loved myself. In fact, there was a point in my life where I could not even look in the mirror. However, I sit here today on this screen of yours to tell you that I love myself so much. And that manifests in me doing the things I love, communicating clear boundaries, making sure that I am giving myself the love and attention that I need. Now, there's still a lot of work to be done, but I have moved mountains compared to where I was before. And a great measure of that is my journal. Been journaling since 4th grade, I want to say, and I still journal today, not as heavily, but it's been a really cool measure to see my growth over the years. And today I wanted to start a little series where I read through certain years of my journals and give counseling to little Savannah. Something I also like to say a lot is that everything I do is for little Savannah because I did not give her the love that she needed. So now I'm giving her that love and attention. Hopefully you can learn something from my often funny, but most of the time very emotional lessons. Okay, so let's get started. So the title of this video is The Journal Process 2015. So that means that we are looking at entries in the year of 2015. Now I have a document that is 86 pages long. It is currently 59,081 words. So I had a lot to say. The last entry was July of last year. So it's pretty, up to date. We're going to go all the way back to September 18th, 2015. Here is what the journal says. So I haven't written every day like I had planned, but oh well. If I schedule my writing, I will only disappoint myself. I got my AP Lit essay back. My grade was a B. And for that teacher, apparently that is good. But it doesn't feel good. I wanted to do better than last time, and I got the same score. Not that I don't think that I didn't deserve a B. I tried on the essay in some sense, but I half-assed majority of it. And that makes me feel like I failed. At this point, I don't know if I'm just really lazy or just really unmotivated. I don't know. God, I don't even know what to think about Oedipus. I want to get an A on it, though that seems like a pipe dream at this point, if I had a pipe to use while dreaming. I sometimes still dream about being a singer or famous actress. God, it feels good to feel like someone else for a little while. I think that's why I love acting and singing so much. I get to be someone different. I get to not be myself. And that's the exact reason I won't be a singer or an actress. Because of who I am. I'm not attractive enough. I've come to terms with this. When watching a TV show or movie, the attractive actors are the ones people enjoy watching. And attractive is such a relative word. Someone who doesn't look the best but is funny and confident, that's attractive. But I'm too self-deprecating to be either of those things. Oh well, I like writing. I think it suits me. My home as my office, my mind put to work. The sole problem is finding readers. God, I don't know what I'm going to do as a career. Ideally, I would love to sit around and just write. Focus on a book and stick with it. However, that is as much as a pipe dream as my A in that class is. Oh, but if that dream came true, but dreams really never do come true, do they? Not the ones I have, at least. Well, I think I'm done for the night. I have my cousin's wedding tomorrow. Oh, little Savannah. Little self-deprecating Savannah. I always had this feeling that I wasn't good enough. I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't pretty enough. I wasn't skinny enough. And as an adult, I've been able to work out where those feelings have come from, but as a kid, they were just so overwhelming that I just figured it must have been my fault, right? And I feel like that is a feeling a lot of people resonate with. So if I were to go to little Savannah in this moment, I'm 17, by the way, in 2015, I would tell her that doing what you love is all that matters. You don't write or sing or act to become a writer or a singer or an actor. You write and sing and act because you are already those things. Whatever harsh measure you are putting on yourself is just a measure you're putting on yourself. This idea that you have to fit into one box or you have to do things a certain way it's not true. That's the biggest lie out there. I truly believe that I could be happy in the ways I want to be happy because I'm alive to pursue those dreams, and that's enough. I am a writer, and I am a singer, and I am an actress. Ask my coworkers, because dealing with fifth graders in a long-term sub placement, you gotta use those acting skills, you know? I don't measure my success by anything tangible anymore because I found that that's I've found that that's very limiting. Okay, we're still in September, right? Again, I'm 17 on the eve of graduating, okay? This is not a full entry. I'm just taking a little snippet of it, but this is September 22nd. And this is also my boyfriend brought to my attention 10 years ago. 10 years ago. Oh my God. The group I mentioned in this, it's a clique, you know? It's a clique. I've been trying to get in that group I've coveted ever since I started theater, and whenever I think I'm in, something happens to remind me how far out I am. It's like one big cast list I will never be on. I was thinking about this the other day. I think my brother is truly my best friend. I can tell him anything, say anything, do anything, and I know he will always love me. And I love him more than he can ever imagine. At least, that's what I tell myself. I feel voices in my head constantly disagreeing with me, telling me I'm fake, that life is worthless, that everyone secretly hates me. I'm tired of hearing that. I'm worried about college. I'm worried that I won't fit in, that I will make a complete ass of myself. But on the other hand, I'm excited. I've been waiting to become this independent for a long time. I always had this voice in my head that was so loud that said, like, every time I felt a little bit of happiness, it was like, you don't deserve this. I'm like, but this person says that they love me. They actually don't. I directed a couple of shows. I must be good at theater. You're actually not. No one else wanted to do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just this very rude... Sounded like that. I hear geese. This very rude voice telling me that I wasn't good enough. And come to learn, that's actually imposter syndrome. It's this idea that you're not good enough for the things that you're doing. And again, all lies. Do not let anxiety win when you hear those voices, because it's just ridiculous to limit yourself to things that you think you can't do. Like, if you have the choice, why not focus on the things that you can do? Another thing I like to think about is this idea of just doing things scared. Doing it anyway. And for the amount of times that I, would talk crap about myself, I actually did just do everything scared. By the time I left high school, I was in a bunch of shows. I had acted, I had directed, I've written things, and through all of that, I was feeling anxious, I was depressed, and, like self-loathing. It's not about fitting in to some group, some place. It's about accepting yourself wholeheartedly and being confident that you love yourself enough to move within any space, around any person or people. I wish that was something that I learned way earlier. I mean, I still do care about what people think, but it's not as important. Fast forward, we are in November 16th to be exact, and we are going to go into a topic that was very prevalent in my youth. Boys. I like to say now that I like men, not boys, but unfortunately boys are of any age. But teenage boys are just a different breed in general, so let's read about it. I dreamt about him for 4 nights in a row. It is truly terrible timing because I thought I had gotten over him. I guess they broke up. Why do his relationships end so quickly? I don't know. It's none of my business. What I do know is that I can't fall for him again. I just can't handle that. I think that after the play, my feelings might go back to normal, whatever that means. God, I hate that I'm even thinking about this. I have to focus on all the pain he has caused me, the moments backstage, him ignoring me for her. I have to remember how sad it made me. But I can't help but going back to how happy he made me too. Man, I care about him. But he doesn't care about me. He doesn't. At least not in the way I would like him to. Okay, it's done. I'll get over him. She did not get over him. I did eventually. In high school, I wanted to be loved so badly. I wanted to be in love. I wanted to be in a relationship. But I did not set myself up for success whatsoever. One, I did not know myself well enough to even feel confident to pursue anybody. And two, like, the way I dressed was very clear that, like, I did not put much effort into myself. But man, did I have some major crushes in my youth. I mean, I'm still young, and this series will continue, and we will go on and on and on, and you will see that I have learned many lessons. I am very fortunate right now to be with a man that is amazing and wonderful and fantastic, but it took me a very long time to get here. And there's still a lot that I'm learning, but I'm actually learning in a partnership, which is a whole other thing because my partner is amazing. Anyway, something I would tell little Savannah here is that don't worry so much about love. Like, it will come to you. The more you love yourself, and I know this is so annoying and you hear it all the time, but the more you love yourself, the more you attract that energy, you know, the energy of someone else loving you. So little Savannah, oh, how she wanted to be in love, but also, like, I don't think I could have handled it. I don't think I would have been as successful in theater if I had fallen in love early. But yeah, that's a whole other thing. All right. Last one. Last but not least, I think it's the last. Yes, it's another romance one. This is November 25th, 2015. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. That means I have no school and I should be extremely happy, although I feel quite the opposite. Ugh, I think it's my period. My emotions go crazy when I'm on it, and right now, I certainly don't have a handle on them. I think I'm falling back into getting over him. I think I really am. It sort of makes me feel sad. Maybe it's just because I'm a teenage girl, but I long for romance. I have faith it will happen one day. I don't know. College apps are due on Monday, and I'm kind of nervous. Oh, I am able to drop pre-calc, and I can never be happier. I freaking hate that class. Little Savannah, younger Savannah, had such a hard time struggling. And what that means is whenever I felt like I was failing at something, I just, like, stuck my hands up and was like, well, can't do that. As I've grown, I've learned that you can really do anything you want as long as you figure out what the best approach is for you to do it. For example, I've thought about getting my master's. I don't have it right now. I just have a BA in theater arts. But I've thought about getting my master's because I think I'd be a pretty good student now with what I know. And I was talking about this with my boyfriend, and he was like, do you think you can get a 4.0 with your master's? And I was like, no. He was like, why not? I was like, I don't envision that for myself. And it, like, struck me how success is just, like, a pipe dream to me sometimes. And I'm like, oh, well, actually, if it's in a subject that I really like, I probably could get a 4.0. But these limiting beliefs run very, very deep. So once you catch them and once you learn to recognize the pattern, it's easy to just pluck at them and be like, no, I know I'm worth more, and just tell yourself. Honestly, the beginning of my self-love journey was just committing to the idea of not talking to myself in a rude way. So instead of saying, oh my god, I'm so dumb for doing that, just change the wording to be, this challenges me, I need to learn a better way to do this, you know? Just that little shift. It felt unnatural at first and it took a lot of practice, but the way I talked to myself, that was the first step into loving myself and into welcoming love from other people. So that was my journal process for 2015. I hope you liked this little video. I am probably gonna do one for every year because I'm just an innately reflective person, and I just wanna, see all the lessons I learned myself. And if you can get something out of it, great. I hope you enjoyed this video. As you can see, I like to talk. I like to think about my feelings and talk about self-love and have good conversations. So if you like content like that, please stick around. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sending you a lot of love and a lot of light. Bye.